holidays are upon us, and it's a time for reaching out and giving. The U.S. Postal Service sends warm wishes with their Holiday Celebration Stamp Series. Today, we take you to the Jewish Community Center in New York City for the unveiling of the 2013 Hanukkah Stamp.
Good morning and welcome to this very exciting event here at the JCC in Manhattan. How many of you were stamp collectors? I was a stamp collector, a serious stamp collector. It's something that I did with my dad. So this is a particularly exciting day for me, and it's my honor to host the unveiling of the 2013 Hanukkah commemorative stamp. As you may know, the first day of Hanukkah and Thanksgiving this year fall on the same day, and enjoy that moment because it's not going to happen for another 8,000 years. So it's likely that even you guys won't be around to see that again. We have a unique opportunity to consider the similarities and wonderful nature of this these Jewish and American holidays. Of course, Thanksgiving celebrates the Pilgrims' fight for survival in the New World and their gratitude for the harvest. And Hanukkah also celebrates the Jewish fight for survival and our gratitude for God's miracles. The commemorative Hanukkah stamp is an opportunity to enlarge our community during this holiday season, to share and experience the collective hope of these two holidays with friends and family who are far away. So I urge you to get out, you remember what pens are, and paper, and write notes, and get envelopes, and put this stamp on them, and send them far and wide to your friends and family. If you'd like to celebrate a little closer to home, I hope you'll pick up some of the information about the JCC's celebration of the conversions of Hanukkah and Thanksgiving, first night, first light, on your way out. Thank you, and enjoy the morning.
I have not been to an American stamp rollout. I've been to an Israeli stamp rollout here in America, so this is a unique experience. My brother was the stamp collector in our house, not me, but he moved to Israel and he left a stamp collection for me, so I'm a very happy puppy right now. There's something beautiful about, of course, the convergence of Thanksgiving and Hanukkah. And Hanukkah itself, with regard to the stamp, is also quite important. What is a stamp? A stamp is something we put on an envelope, and those of us who are, again, over 50 know more about this than those who are under 50. Put a stamp on an envelope and send it to somebody. It's a matter of communication. And we take all of that for granted nowadays. But go back several thousand years in history, during the period of time where the Maccabees were battling for what? They were battling for freedom. Freedom to practice their religion, but also freedom to communicate. For the fact that our United States of America is commemorating Hanukkah, it's also commemorating religious freedom and the freedom to communicate.
The message of Hanukkah is a message that the Postal Service is proud to share with the people of the United States and the world. The Postal Service issued its first Hanukkah stamp in 1996. That stamp featured a stylized menorah. A second Hanukkah stamp design featuring an ornate dreidel followed in 2004. The 2013 Hanukkah stamp we dedicate today becomes the 10th issuance to commemorate this holiday.
This is the hand-forged menorah used by blacksmith Steven Bronstein of Marshfield, Vermont, to create the 2013 Hanukkah stamp. 9 lighted white beeswax candles top each of the branches. Hanukkah, the Hebrew word for dedication, is spelled out across the top of the stamp in yellow letters. Art director Ethel Kessler designed the stamp, and George E. Brown was the photographer. And now let's welcome Rabbi Ayelet S. Cohen to tell us about the tradition of Hanukkah.
Our next speaker is Rabbi Ayelet S. Cohen, the inaugural director of the Center for Jewish Living and the David H. Sonnabend Center for Israel at the Jewish Community Center in Manhattan. A writer and activist, Rabbi Cohen served for a decade at Congregation Beit Simchat Torah, the world's largest synagogue for people of all sexual orientations and gender identities. Additionally, Rabbi Cohen is co-editor of Sidur B'chol Levavcha, a prayer book featuring lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, and feminist liturgy, and the forthcoming Changing Lives, Making History, Congregation Beit Simchat Torah at 40. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Rabbi Ayelet S. Cohen.
The Hanukkah Menorah, the hanukiah, is ultimately a symbol of the miracle of Hanukkah. And it really serves as a vessel to hold the candles, the lights, which are for the purpose of Pirsumei Nisa, of publicizing the miracle. So what is that miracle of Hanukkah? In a time when there was a fear that there wasn't enough oil to last 8 days. And all of us, I think, can relate in some way or another to the fear of not having enough. Not having enough resources, not having enough love, not having enough of what we seek in life. And so this miracle is about hope, not that the light would not run out, but I think the true miracle is that they bothered to light it at all. When they were so aware of the scarcity of resources, when they were so aware that it was unlikely for it to succeed, that they hoped enough to light it at all. And so I hope that now the beautiful symbol of the hanukiah, of the Hanukkah menorah and its lights can inspire us to understand how precious resources are, to seek always to believe that there will be enough, to have enough hope to light the first candle.
Hanukkah is a holiday that celebrates the victory of the Maccabees, which was a band of a small band of Jewish fighters against the Syrian Greeks, who were trying to force them to assimilate. And so the Maccabees rededicated the temple, and part of that was rekindling the lights in the menorah in the temple. And the fear was that they only had enough oil to last one day until new oil could be pressed. And so the miracle of the story is both of the victory of the few against the many, but also of the oil that lasted for 8 days. So this is a very unusual year. This is a once-in-a-lifetime convergence where the first night of Hanukkah actually falls the day before Thanksgiving. And so it's actually a great opportunity to reframe Hanukkah to talk about gratitude. Gratitude for all the blessings in our lives, gratitude for the miracles that we witness every day.
Customers have until January 19, 2014 to obtain the first day of issue postmark by mail. Affix the stamps to envelopes of your choice, address the envelopes to yourself or others, and place them in larger envelopes addressed to Hanukkah Stamp, Postmaster, 380 West 33rd Street, room 4032, New York, New York 10199-9998. After applying the first day of issue postmark, the Postal Service will return the envelopes through the mail. There is no charge for the postmark up to a quantity of 50. For more than 50, the price is 5 cents each. All orders must be postmarked by January 19, 2014. I'm Kristal Hart reporting on the 2013 Hanukkah Stamp. Hope you've enjoyed the show. Thanks for watching and happy holidays.